Welcome to States and Kingdoms. Jenna here.
Sean here.
Today we're reacting to an album. We're going to be reacting to Spilt Milk by Jellyfish. We're going to listen, ponder, let it sink in, and think about whether we can finally like this album or not. So it was a long time ago since I've listened to it, so I have nothing. I remember nothing about it, just that it wasn't what I was looking for at the time. And this is straight brand new for you.
I'm not sure how I managed to avoid it.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard it. So this is the first listen for me.
Let's get right into it. Okay, well, I like what they're doing.
I do. It's very good.
Here it comes.
Apparently. It's too far away.
Don't you touch. Well, it is like XTC then, isn't it? After all, it is like XTC after all. See, why didn't I like this before?
I can't. You're talking over the beginning. You're smart assery. It doesn't sound anything like XTC. Does it, Jenna?
Power pop.
Stop it.
I mean, there's definitely more Beach Boys.
Just like XTC.
Just like, damn it.
The harmonies almost sound more like Queen.
Well, there was mention of, I did read Brian May, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
To me, that's actually almost like the best part of Queen.
the best part of
The harmonies. The incredible harmonies.
Well, I'm not the biggest Queen fan, so.
No, but I'm saying that
It's
that's the
understandable that I
part.
didn't like this at first.
You,
I'm not going to be defensive.
don't you dare.
It's all Queen.
It's very Queen, yeah.
I don't hate it.
You got a lot of abuse coming.
It's interesting that this gets compared to XTC and not the Beatles,
Or Queen,
or Queen.
as a matter of fact.
It's 90s Queen. It's more like Dukes of Stratosphere than XTC. What do you think of the vocals?
If I had heard this first, there's a good chance I definitely would have stuck with it. And I'm not sure why you didn't. I know that Queen is not, certainly not the center of our universe, and it's a band that I have a lot of respect for, but I don't tend to listen to. That might have been, you latched onto that. His voice, though, I like it because it's a blend, it's a synthesis of things, and that's what I'm hearing immediately is a synthesis of these influences. I want to hear what you love. So if you sound like whatever it is, Beatles, Queen, XTC,
That's fine.
even something I don't care for,
Yeah.
I appreciate hearing it. I want to hear that coming through. So I actually like it. I like the vocals.
Well, you can have this CD. No, I'm not done with it yet.
All right, put it back on. Stone Temple Pilots there.
It is grunge.
Yeah. Almost like Big Star.
Yeah.
A little bit. First album, at least.
This is knowing what Tears for Fears sounded like in 1993.
It's true.
This is a good choice for
opening
for Tears for Fears with
true.
Elemental.
Mhm.
This fits. That probably was a fun show to see. And also working with Ringo makes sense.
I can totally see why this didn't succeed, though.
With me or with the
No,
world?
no. Well, with I mean, at the time.
That's the thing. Like in the reading that we did about this album, there's so much like apologizing or making excuses for this album not being a huge success because it was up against grunge.
Yeah, that's very simplistic.
But there was a lot of music happening at this time.
This would have probably done better even just 3 years later. You know, in my head, you know, once Beck does Odelay, there's an opening for and it's
alternative,
sort of
alternative pop.
Suddenly, quirky, 60s sounding
Yeah.
things were mainstream. I mean, they were around, but not mainstream. And I think if,
People started reaching back again.
after Odelay, you might have been able to get away with this. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just kind of funny because in a way it's like whimsical. It is like XTC with the louder guitars that.
So you love this?
No, I don't. I'm saying I love it. I only listen to 1.5 songs here, but I would continue listening to it. There's no question.
Well, we are.
No, if not being forced to.
Who's forcing you? You too? I'm interested to see how the album progresses because right now I feel like they're throwing everything at me in every song. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So you like I kind of like I might need a break.
So the songs are dense.
They are. They're
Yeah.
layered. They're made that way.
Yes. Not as dense as you, but very dense.
Need a drink.
This would have gone really well for me if I'd heard this after listening to Odyssey and Oracle over and over again.
Yeah.
So like 2001.
I don't know if I've ever heard a singer that sounded so much like Freddie Mercury. Actually.
Melodically, I hear there is a lot of XTC coming out. There's no question. When that Judy Sill thing is going on,
Then you'll know for sure.
you know, it's like, oh, there it is.
I'm trying to.
Both, yeah.
I'm trying to put myself in 1993, listening to this. Then I wonder what I would have thought of this if I'd heard it then.
Mm-hmm. You would have liked it.
Before I listen, this is before I listen to XTC, of course. This is when I'm very young. So I'm wondering. At 93, my reference points would have been mostly the Beatles.
So far, they are dense, and they're not gonna sit. They're not gonna get in quickly. These melodies, you know.
Yeah.
Pieces maybe, but you would have to listen. You would have to listen to it. I don't think this would. And I mean, everyone's different. Maybe for some people it would, but
Hit you the first time you listen to it.
you know, you'll grab. I think this is good enough. You grab hold of something, but you didn't really. And it's so, I mean, you know, it's unusual.
I'm sorry.
So,
Also, knowing what music sounded like in 1993, what was on the radio, any of these could have been hits, I think, if
Yeah.
they had been properly pushed. I mean, who knows that whole thing.
yeah.
In the breathless hush of 4 a.m. In the dark sits a sad cliche.
Because when did No Rain come out? Was that album 93 or 90? It was 93, wasn't it? Or was it 94?
No, it's 93.
It was 93. So yeah, so a band like Blind Melon, which clearly doing a 60s sort of throwback thing, ends up with an enormous hit.
Also, the Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Yeah.
which is also not. Everyone forgets about them. Where do they fit?
Yeah.
That's not grunge.
I always consider those all alternative
Yeah,
bands.
no,
they were
they-
all considered alternative bands.
They are.
But they weren't Seattle bands,
Yeah.
which
And all even,
was different.
And of course, even the Seattle bands don't sound the same.
No.
I mean, not a bit. Nirvana sounds nothing like.
Well, I was just going to say, what's poppier than Nevermind?
Yeah. Well,
That's as power pop as you get, in a lot of ways.
yeah, it's different. It's its own thing, but it is definitely. I mean, compared to like Incesticide or,
Yeah.
you know, Bleach or even in
Utero.
Utero, there's. Well, you know, every song so far
It's a
is
strong song.
well crafted.
Yeah.
It sounds beautiful, and I mean that already is a high recommendation. I mean, so, you know, the harmonies have been more than impressive, and you know, some of the guitar work and everything. So I mean, it's definitely an album you continue with. That's why we're doing this, folks. Self-flagellation comes later. To be really frank, I mean, it doesn't really sound like anything else. You know, I don't mean its influences, but I mean its contemporaries.
Yeah.
Other than maybe, I mean, XTC is a contemporary,
Well,
so
I was thinking about, like, even if you
Non-such.
just take Tears for Fears, Sowing the Seeds of
It's-
Love, and
it's
you kind
true.
of, like,
A little,
expand
yeah.
on that, like, add more, you know, that's kind of in that
there
vein,
is
but-
going in the same direction, definitely. But of the like heavy kind of music of that time, whether it's Pavement or Yo La Tengo or Jeff Buckley, you know, this has a different path.
You mentioned the Spin Doctors.
Well, I'm not for real serious. Not for serious. I was just that was such a huge hit, and that
Yeah,
wasn't grunge.
A couple.
Yeah, they're two huge hits. '93 was also the year that rap got serious. To
Let's
me,
get serious.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the year of Cypress Hill and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg having like massive hits.
Crossover hits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
massive hits. Heard those songs all the time. After that, rap was a staple. Like, there was no chance that
Yeah.
we would be able to shake it. It feels great. Did I say that loud?
I'll have to hear this on vinyl to make my final decision.
Oh,
little,
little Beach
Pet
Boys
Soundsy.
bass here. I got a little Brian
Pet
bass.
Soundsy. Or is it coming from Pale and Precious?
Yes. even say anything. We're all collectively disgusted.
This is just a case of bad timing for Jellyfish, bad timing for me,
Yeah.
bad timing for everybody.
In 93 or 4, if you wanted to sound like the Beach Boys, you had to be Weezer. You had to do it that way.
You can't get too close.
You have to
Don't
do
get
it
too close.
louder, happy with your mouth open.
Now I have to listen to the first album.
Do they have a third one?
No.
Well, that's your fault.
I was just a kid.
You killed Jellyfish.
Did I? I wasn't given this album at the time.
No. No. Of course.
Like someone gave this to me when I was already in my 20s, I think.
Yeah.
But this band did not cross my radar. Didn't even cross paths with this album until then.
Mm-hmm.
A little Italian.
Jellyfish, reflect on your life.
Right, I feel like I'm floating down in the River Venice.
The pulp.
Yeah. I'm in a gondola.
Like Katharine Hepburn. The summer tie.
Don't fall in.
You know what this actually just reminded me of? It's funny. Is Ben Folds 5.
There's some, I hear that the melodies and the,
Well, I'm just saying that because
something I like.
You liked very much.
Okay.
But that was earlier.
That was at the time.
Yeah.
I was listening to Ben Folds 5 while it was happening.
I don't know. I might have I probably would have dismissed this at some point as being too slick. As well,
Yeah.
In a way, like there were definitely points where I did not want production
Very produced
at all.
music, yeah.
I wanted something that sounded really bad, but was played well.
So far, to be fair, each song has had something
A little different.
that I like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And they are.
There isn't so far, which is a rare thing, right? So far, every song, I want to hear it again.
This will definitely stick. For I mean, it that'll come back up.
Mm-hmm.
Like a good meal.
Can't wait to throw this up.
Allow me to regurgitate.
You're waiting to see where it's gonna go with that.
Oh my god. Come on. This is right up our alley. Like, seriously, man. That's funny.
And I've had this CD for so long.
What's funny about the CD is that it was like following you.
Well, I couldn't let go of it.
Pause it.
Oh.
I know we haven't been doing that. What's funny about this CD that you've had now since like 2005 or 6, I think.
Yeah.
And it hasn't even always been with your CDs. Like you
Sometimes
actually,
it was in a special spot.
It was on a shelf.
Yeah.
Then it was somewhere behind something, but it would just keep popping up.
No matter what, throughout many different moves, moving here and there and whatever. The CD has come with me all this time.
Every time it's like
I have
going
never,
through something like, oh look,
there's the CD again. I wonder if Jeff Buckley heard this. Honestly,
this
I
is
wonder.
the first one that you could hear that. This is really funny. I did not expect.
I didn't expect to like it.
I didn't expect it to
actually,
sound like this.
we were worried that we weren't gonna like it, and it was gonna be an awkward video.
It very well is, but
Did he say I'm forgiven for not liking this originally? I think he said all's forgiven.
okay, good.
That we're gonna do more movement for a moment. You know, Sting had a really good 1993.
Yeah.
That's not grunge.
This is reminiscent of Bruce Johnston.
Oh.
That refrain there is like it's very that kind of
Disney
It
Girls.
was very very Beach Boys. Just redolent of it enough to. I like that. I like that acoustic.
So they can have quieter songs.
Just rhythmically, I mean, it's great.
You said Stone Temple Pilots at the beginning.
Well, just for that one thing, I was just like, oh.
No, I know, but
STV.
I just listened to Tiny Music from the Vatican gift shop the other day, and there's a strong like melodic poppiness in that album, maybe more so than any of their others. The Darkness. That's the other band I was thinking of that sounds like Freddie Mercury.
Oh.
The Darkness.
Everything's so tasteful, actually. I mean, all the arrangements have been on first impression.
This is feeling a little movie score-ish, you know? There's like a Henry Mancini thing.
I always wonder with bands like this, like, okay, they didn't strike it rich with the public, at least not in the United States. But where are all those vaunted music writers, all those trend makers, those grunge word, fashion statement people?
Yeah.
You know, the new metal, grunge, Britpop people. Where are all those people when a band like this is around? You know, because sometimes, you know, people have to be told.
Oftentimes, people have to be told.
Yeah, always people have to be
Always
told.
have to,
But I mean,
yeah.
so where were they? Like, where were they championing?
What's what I'm
a
saying?
band
Why
like
were
this?
they pushing Blind Melon? Why'd Blind Melon get through?
People like Melon.
It's funny. So far, the beginning of the album is so like bombastic and
Yeah,
like,
it's very.
and then it's tapering off. So I'm wondering how they're gonna end it.
Whispering.
This is remind me of Beck. Like New Pollution type stuff.
There were a number of groups in 96, 97, 98 that had a similar approach that weren't even as good as this.
Yeah.
And they just, yeah. That's actually being ahead of your time.
Yeah.
It sucks. Nice. Nice and different.
Calling this power pop does it a disservice.
What doesn't do music a disservice by calling it something?
But I know.
But yes, I agree. It's art rock,
Sunshine pop.
yacht rock, butt rock,
Butt rock.
Fraggle rock, Bad Day at Black Rock. You're quite right though. So this actually is like Tiny Music has this dynamic at times with the harmonies and the main vocal. A lot of different sounds on these songs. That's a guitar sound I haven't heard. I know one could say it sounds like this, it sounds like that, but that almost reminds me of Billy Joel.
I hear it. I hear it. This might, I mean, it's a silly thing to say. This might, just from what we've heard so far, I'll say this might be my least favorite song so far. But this is the one that I could hear, this could have been on the radio, easily.
Definitely a couple of them, yeah.
You know? This is fairly straightforward. Oh, Steely Dan action. How is this that far from like a Bryan Adams song at the time? Do you know what I mean? Like that.
Well, that is good. I think, you know, the I was just thinking you saying what?
That is good.
I was just, you know, thinking that power pop is like Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
I thought that was sort of the model for that in a way. Even Big Star to some extent.
Yeah.
This is too intricate to be that.
It's very intricate.
There's big dramatic moments and shifts and textures that are just like, so if you're going to compare it to XTC, the level of craftsmanship in XTC is extreme, and this does have that. Nice. Very nice.
This is more along the lines of what I wanted Paul McCartney's solo work to sound like.
I like that. It's almost the Genesis thing in a song where, you know, even no matter what anything is, there's one thing that's just doing simple.
Yeah.
Simple to root the whole thing. That's always nice. Always immediately like it works for me. Almost did the Braves chop.
Ooh.
I like, you know, it's not self-consciously like anything
No.
either. I mean, it's not like embracing that it sounds like the Beatles or the Beach Boys. It's vital. It's like a real synthesis of things. Not like an exercise or
No, it's great.
or
It's
bring
got,
even just trying to bring something back or.
There's definitely the vocals and Jeff Buckley ness. I mean, not saying he heard Jeff Buckley, just saying that they're kind of or they're just.
Yeah. If only they had recorded Hallelujah. This is like something on Sketches though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he was flirting with this sound. And then it's just... That's just lovely.
Yes, it's very nice. I feel like it's pulling something from each song.
Would you die without Mala? That's just like the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, now it all makes sense.
It's lovely, really.
Okay.
Is that it? Let's just make sure. That's what it goes into. Something off of Odelay. That's what Spotify thinks.
Mm-hmm.
That's very funny.
Okay. So, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And, you know, like you said, it's happy. I'm happy that, you know, to find something that actually is really, really good.
We are always looking for new music. We love music. We want to hear things we like. We don't like not liking things.
Well, yes, I always go, whenever I listen to something, I try to find something I like about it first.
Because
course,
I'll be so happy if I have a new album that I love. That's what I want. I want music I like. So listening to this, I'm going to be thinking that. Like, I want to like it. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not a negative person. I'm very, very positive. Very, yes.
Right.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Yes, this.
It is so intricate. It is so well produced. So many textures there. So many different sounds to get into.
And also, even with all of that looking back and pulling things forward, it's very much of its time. Even with all that, I still feel like it fits.
Well, you mean
it fits when it was made.
You mean it could have been successful?
It should have been successful.
Because honestly, though, as far as its time, I wouldn't be able to tell you when this was made.
Yeah.
If I didn't know. I mean, production-wise, I could kind of zero in on 90s, 2000s, because there are things like that, you know, I don't think that's not 80s. Doesn't sound 70s. You know, it's definitely not 60s. So I would probably think 90s, 2000s.
I feel like it could have been made anywhere
now.
From the 90 forward.
But musically,
yeah, I
wouldn't be able to tell you.
Right.
Really wouldn't be like, oh, that's
it's
clearly 90s.
Really interesting mix. Really interesting mix.
Great vocal performances. Really interesting.
I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. Sometimes something hits you right away, and then sometimes it doesn't. Well, now I have to get the other album, the first album, Belly Button.
And not listen to it for 20 years.
And I'm going to sit on it for a while. And
like I sat on Cowboys from Hell.
Yeah. Don't say that.
I didn't say it. Like I sat on Cowboys from Hell.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for watching this extremely unique video of First Dates and Kingdoms. Let us know what you think of this album. Let us know what you think of this format. Let us know if you want to see us react to other things. Let us know. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and we will see you next time.